Always fun is back in town, and always something cool. So stick around, and after this short intro, you will see. Do try this at home with Mr. G.
Hello, and welcome back to Do Try This at Home. I'm your host, Mr. G. And Do Try This at Home is the show that takes ordinary household items and turns them into something extraordinary. Well, what's so extraordinary about these ordinary items? Here I've got a Super Ball, I've got some balloons, and I've got a penny and a quarter. Well, I found out something. I found that by placing objects into balloons, some pretty bizarre stuff begins to happen. Now, what sort of objects are we going to place into these balloons? Well, let's start with the simplest of objects here. Let's start with a penny, and we're going to place that down into a balloon. Now we're going to then blow the balloon up once the penny's in the balloon, if I can get the penny in there. We're going to blow it up. Be very careful not to let the air go rushing back into your lungs and shoot the penny into your lungs. That could be bad. You can choke. So don't do that. Then we're going to tie the balloon off with the penny inside. Now, the penny can just bounce around in there, but there's going to be a little bit of a force here at work called centripetal force that's going to cause the penny to want to stay in motion once we get it spinning inside the balloon. So, let's get the penny spinning in the balloon. Can you hear it? And it just keeps wanting to spin and spin and spin. It's still spinning, by the way, all on its own. And you'll be amazed at how long that penny will continue to spin inside of the balloon, only being slowed down by gravity and friction. As gravity pulls it down, though, it tends to get into a much tighter and tighter circle, a smaller and smaller diameter. So it'll spin for a very long time. It's still spinning, working its way down the inside of the balloon. This is a very unique feeling too. It's very strange. There's something to try right for the first thing to try. And now, what happens when we take a quarter though? Now a quarter's larger, but there's something more interesting about a quarter in a balloon than just a penny. A penny has very smooth edges, but a quarter on the other hand has serrated edges. So if we take this quarter with its serrated edges, we place it down into the balloon. If I can get it in there, it's a little bit of a harder fit to get a quarter into the neck of this balloon. Once we start blowing it up, it'll fall in. If I can get it down far enough to blow it up. There we go. That should be it. There we go. Now it's in there. Whoop. Balloon blowing 101. That's the course I need here. Now we've got a quarter in this balloon. Now I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera so you can hear what goes on here. The penny made a sound, but the sound that it made wasn't all that impressive. But listen to the quarter. The quarter makes the coolest sound. Hear that? Very, very cool. And that'll spin for a very long time as well. Now, I was messing around with the penny and the quarter, and I came across, in my arsenal of junk, this Super Ball. And I said, I wonder what would happen if you put a Super Ball inside of a balloon and blew it up. I was amazed at the result that I got. So let me show you exactly what takes place if I can get it in there. It's a big ball to put in a small balloon. But we'll get it, I think. We'll try here. It's hard to do, so just take your time and try to get the ball into the balloon. Get in there. Once you get the neck of the balloon around the ball, if you ever do, or if I ever do, I should say, but once you get it around the ball, the neck of the balloon, and you start to blow into the balloon, the ball will go down into the balloon pretty easily. There it goes. Now we'll blow that up. Now this won't, well, it will spin, but we're not going to just spin it to make sound and so forth, and to watch it spin for a very long time due to centripetal force. And basically it's working on the law that a body in motion wants to stay in motion until it's acted on by an outside force. Well, when that penny's in that smooth surface the inside of that balloon and gravity's pulling down in that disc shape, it just wants to keep rotating. There it went. Wow. But I thought this was one of the coolest of the three. I couldn't believe how cool this was when I actually played around with it. So, we know the super ball will bounce, and a balloon wants to go up in the air pretty easily. So now the super ball gives a balloon some very bizarre, unique, look at that, movements. The balloon almost becomes alive in a way. It's very weird. We'll drop it from up here. Look at that. So once it bounces, it starts hitting the inside of the balloon and doing some weird things. And of course, it'll spin in the balloon just as well as the coins did. And it'll want to spin for a very long time as well. But I really enjoyed, if you toss this like to a friend or something, get it spinning and toss it, look at that. It does some really strange stuff. I don't know if you saw that or not. Let's try it one last time. Move the water bottle out of the way. And watch this. Get it spinning. Whoa. It just acts so strange. The balloon is... Whoa, it has a mind of its own. So, you can place objects into balloons and try them out. I also heard somewhere that if you put a hex nut in, it makes even a stranger sound. But I couldn't find one, so I didn't put one in the balloons. Extra balloon. So anyways, have fun with this. Think of new things to place inside of balloons, new objects, and get them spinning. Maybe a BB or something like that would even be cool. Some real smallish, maybe a marble. Hard to say. So give it a try though, and you'll be experimenting with centripetal force and the law that states that bodies in motion want to stay in motion. And you're going to have a really cool time with this. It's a lot of fun. Trust me, it really is. It's very unique, something very cool to do. I'm Mr. G. We can't get this one spinning. Wow. Doesn't want to go. There it goes. I'm Mr. G. See you next time on Do Try This at Home. And turns them into something extraordinary. What are we going to do today that's so extraordinary? Let me tell you what that is. Where? Okay, now that we've got the penny in the balloon, simply blow the balloon up.